Down with this sort of thing. Careful now.
What is up everybody and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to take a look at my team for Gameweek 5. I really have not had the best start to this new FPL season, and this theme was continued in Gameweek 4 as my team returned with a depressing 73 points. One of the biggest letdowns of Gameweek 4 was Nicholas Jackson missing an absolutely golden chance. I'm hoping that my luck can turn before I reach a point of no return for this season, so without further ado, let's get into it. Neither Onana or Turner are great options this week as a starting goalkeeper, but it's Turner who lines up against Burnley at home. Following a shocking Game Week 4 result which saw Forest keep out Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, I'm hoping that something similar can be repeated against Burnley this week. I'm also starting to question whether owning both Onana and Turner is the best idea. Both goalkeepers play for pretty bad defences, so a clean sheet is almost never guaranteed. Moving on to Game Week 5's back line, it's Chilwell who starts for the 5th game week in a row. Following a disastrous Game Week 4 for both Chilwell and Chelsea owners, I'm hoping that Game Week 5, which sees Chelsea play Bournemouth, can produce some better results. As bad as Chelsea are, if you're going to own any Chelsea asset, it would have to be Chilwell. With him playing so high up the pitch, his involvement in goal scoring chances has only increased. I'm just hoping those chances can turn into points soon. Guardiola and Udogie are the remaining two players who make up the back line for Game Week 5. City face West Ham, while Spurs are at home to Sheffield United. Whilst Guardiola didn't play in City's Game Week 4 match against Fulham, I'm not concerned about Guardiola's place in the team. Rotation within the City side is a constant, but I'm more than confident that Guardiola is one of Pep's main men in that City back line. Udogie is also in fine form as he has returned in his last 3 games. Spurs look a good team under Postecoglou and have kept clean sheets in 2 out of their first 4 games. Moving on to the midfield, where we have no changes from our Game Week 4 lineup. Martinelli and Saka line up together yet again with what should be an easy fixture against Everton at Goodison. Coming off the back of a dramatic win against United, which saw both Martinelli and Saka return, Arsenal should be high on confidence and looking to continue their current form. Everton is easily one of the worst teams in the league at the minute, so I'm expecting a bloodbath this weekend. Mbeumo, who is arguably the most exciting player in FPL, lines up for Craggy Island FC in what could prove to be a difficult fixture against Newcastle. Whilst Mbeumo is certainly not a must-buy this week, I feel like he's an asset you really want to have from Game Week 6 onwards as Brentford face Everton, Forest and Burnley in their next 4 games. With Mbeumo on penalties, the points are bound to start rolling in consistently sooner rather than later. The last midfielder to make the team this week is indeed Phil Foden. My first week of owning Foden this season saw him repay my faith with a reasonable 5-point return as City destroyed Fulham 5-1. As I've already mentioned, rotation in the City side can always be frustrating. However, with KDB out and Mahrez having left, I believe Foden is guaranteed a lot more minutes this season than last. The England attacker has looked dangerous in every game he's played this season and is a good asset to own over the next 3 game weeks. Up front we have our familiar trio of Erling Haaland, Nicholas Jackson and Ollie Watkins. Unsurprisingly, it was Haaland who carried my forward line in Game Week 4 as he returned with a monster haul of 20 points whilst Watkins and Jackson got 3 points combined. Jackson is currently my most frustrating asset to own given his performances. On the ball he looks good and dangerous, but he just can't seem to find the back of the net. He had a golden opportunity against Forest but missed it, and this has been the theme throughout his last few games. It's not a fire I'm immediately looking to put out given how good Chelsea's fixtures are, however it's certainly one I'll be monitoring. Meanwhile, I've been tempted to replace Watkins with someone like Darwin Núñez, however I now feel that I'm too late to make that move due to Villa's fixture swing in the coming game weeks. Whilst Watkins hasn't necessarily been frustrating to own, I would like to see more from him in the next few game weeks. Crystal Palace at home should be a good fixture for Villa, and I'm hoping Watkins can finally find the form he had last season. Having examined the starting 11 for Game Week 5, we can now look at the bench. First on my bench for Game Week 5 is Brighton's Mitoma. The decision to bench Mitoma against United is certainly a difficult one due to the current form of both teams. The issue is I struggle to see who he could replace in the starting 11. The same goes for Brighton's S2, who is second on my bench this week. United's form recently has been pretty terrible and it's not a game you would expect Brighton to lose. However, I also don't think it will be a walk in the park for Brighton, and that's why I currently have both Brighton assets on the bench. Bayer is third on my bench with a good fixture against Forest away. With Turner stepping into the starting 11, it is Onana who makes his way onto the bench. United's defensive form has been really unconvincing this season and looks extremely disjointed. I would almost bet money on the fact that United won't keep a clean sheet against Brighton this week. My current transfer plans for Game Week 5 is to either make one transfer or to roll. Players I'm considering taking out include Watkins and Mitoma, whilst players I'm looking at bringing in include Núñez and Maddison. I'm still undecided on what to do, but I'll let you guys know on my Twitter page at fplfatherted. There you have it, my Game Week 5 team for the 23-24 FPL season. In order to stay up to date with any changes that are made, make sure to follow me on Twitter at fplfatherted and also tune into the deadline stream, which we live each week an hour before the deadline of the game week. I'd love to hear your thoughts on my team and what your transfer moves are ahead of Game Week 5. If you found this video helpful, smash that like button, subscribe and hit the notification bell for more FPL content. Thanks for watching and good luck this week.